Talk about a heated situation, boils and ghouls. Don't forget to fan the flames of terror by hitting the subscribe button and ringing that bell icon. You're about to witness the scorching tale of the Inferno child in the quaint town of Derry, Maine, where the unusual and macabre often masquerade as everyday banalities. There resided an inconspicuous duo, Lila and her mother, Marianne. Lila, with hair as red as autumn leaves and eyes that mirrored the town's murky lake, lived a life comfortably ensconced within the warm embrace of Marianne's love and the simplicity of childhood innocence. But tranquility, like a candle's flame in Derry, was a fragile thing. It was on a chilling November night, when the winds whispered of impending change, that fire engulfed their home, an incident so fierce it painted the skies with an otherworldly orange. Lila, trapped within a pyre of her own childhood sanctuary, was found lifeless, her heartbeat silent as the ashes that fell around her. Yet fate, with its enigmatic design, willed her heart to beat anew, bestowing upon her a terrifying gift forged in fire. Lila awakened to a reality where her mind commanded flames. Like a maestro to an orchestra, her slightest whim could summon infernos, and in the hidden corners of her room, she danced with sparks that leaped eagerly from her fingertips. But as she grew, so did the flames of her newfound power, untamed and hungry. Marianne, a woman of quiet strength and secrets, confronted the manifestation of her greatest fear and hope, the legacy of the Inferno child. She had always known that Lila was destined for a life far removed from the mundanity of Derry. Together, they embarked on a harrowing journey of control and understanding, as Lila learned to quell the fires that threatened to consume her. The semblance of mastery over her gift emboldened Lila, feeding a burgeoning sense of purpose within her. Yet as the flames bowed to her command, darkness took notice. A government agency, shrouded in secrecy, sought to mold her into a weapon, while a cult, lurking in the town's underbelly, revered her as the embodiment of an ancient prophecy. Fleeing became their only salvation, tearing Lila from the remnants of her former life and thrusting her into the shadows of the unknown. It was there, in the dimly lit corners of a world unseen, that she found an unlikely guardian, a retired researcher of the arcane, whose own past was intricately woven into the fabric of Lila's destiny. Under his tutelage, she uncovered the depths of her power, the nuances of her inner fire that awaited her command. However, as the tendrils of her past encroached upon their sanctuary, Lila stood at the precipice of a revelation that would unravel the very threads of her existence. The cult that hunted her bore a familiar face. Her father, a man swallowed by his own fanaticism, who left a newborn, and her mother to chase echoes of divinity. Yet, the most piercing betrayal came from her mentor, the man who ignited the flames of her life's twisted path. When all seemed to conspire against her, Marianne emerged, not as a woman fleeing the darkness, but as a sentinel standing firmly against it. She, alongside a covert society of guardians, turned the tide, revealing that Lila's birthright was one of a lineage that had shaped the world's esoteric history. In the aftermath, Lila emerged not as a youngster marked by Inferno's kiss, but as a sovereign of the flame. No longer a pawn in the games of shadowed agencies or the blind worship of a cult, she stood as a beacon of revolution. With the love of her mother and the legacy of her lineage, she wielded her power not as a weapon, but as a key to unlock a new epoch for those who, like her, were kissed by the strange and wondrous. In the end, the Inferno child did not just survive, she redefined survival, turning her once cursed gift into a symbol of change, a promise that even in a town like Derry, from the ashes of the old, something new and extraordinary could arise. As the embers of our story die down, dear fiends, I hope you weren't too burnt out by the fiery finale. Let the ashes settle in the comments and tell us how you'd keep the flame alive. Fright fans, click next for more chills and hit subscribe to join our ghastly gang.